Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Wednesday, the 11th of December. Using Luke as an Advent calendar of sorts, we read chapter 11. In verse 14, we have Jesus was driving out a demon that was mute. When the demon left, the man who had been mute spoke, and the crowd was amazed. But some of them said, "By Beelzebul, the prince of demons, he's driving out demons." Others tested him by asking for a sign from heaven. Now, I read that and I thought, you have this wonderful snippet, Jesus doing something remarkable. This man had been mute, we're not told for how long, but long enough for people to have noticed. And Jesus gives a command, the demon leaves, and the man starts speaking, and we're told the crowd was amazed. There's a wonderful thing happening. Testimony to Jesus, a sign of his authority. Wonderful. And then we have the but. But some said he's doing it by evil purposes. And Jesus elsewhere said that can't be so because it would undermine Satan, so he wouldn't do this. And others say, yes, that's all wonderful, but we want something more. We want some other sign so that we believe. And as I read that, I thought that is so true to life even today. There are some people that will see something, hear something, and for many people it'll be amazing. They'll say, that's wonderful, that's incredible, that's fantastic. And then there'll be some that will come with a, yes, that's great, but. And unfortunately we can't change that. And so we bring people to church and they have a wonderful service and they think, oh, that's fantastic, but. They hear a message and it is a challenge and it resonates with them. And they don't make a commitment because they have some kind of but. Yes, that's wonderful, but what about? And but if only. And we can't change that. Jesus couldn't change that. People did it to him, so it will happen today just as often. And so when we invite people to church and witness to them and share Christian things, we've got to be praying that God and the Spirit will overcome the buts that might be part of their response. Because there were many people for whom that was true. They saw what Jesus did and they glorified God and began to follow him and became his disciples. And so we've got to ask God to overcome the buts. And we've also got to stop and look at ourselves and say, are there times when we see things but something holds us back? We want to get involved, but there's something we feel within ourselves, God's calling me to do such and such, but. And we need to step back, look at what the buts in our life are and say, are they valid? Because sometimes they may well be. But are they just possibly the devil using all sorts of things to hold us back, to block us, to slow us down in our walk with Jesus? And if that is the case, we need to pray that God will help us to overcome the reticence and the buts that we have in our life. So be encouraged as you follow Jesus that he does great things despite the buts that exist. And as we open ourselves to him, we are blessed.